favored. But for RNG, they will always have these creative plays around them of bringing Cryin up to Xiaohu's side of the map, finding a pick, and trying to find ways into fights with a numbers advantage or getting some action coming out. We see that Wei is up towards the top side on our mini-map. Gold card comes out. Sonic Wave does connect, but Shank's able to back off with missing here. They actually might be able to turn it around. Cryin close to going down. Does actually survive in the end, and they turn it around onto missing. TP coming in from Xiaohu opens up for Shanks to get low and have to flash as well. Arcane Barrage doesn't end up doing absolutely anything. And yeah, RNG being the ones to come out with an advantage. Really nice turn for missing is
themselves out, Cryin just about keeping themselves alive. And that means, though, the WE will have the reset first onto this Rift Herald. And that means Xiaohu has to just concede. That can't really contest. As I say that, Wei is in the vicinity and can go in with a Q if he wants to. Will not get it, though. That will be secured by WE. But now the Glacial Fish are down, and they're going to be able to turn this fight around. Missing is already dead. Xiaohu, though, has been jumped on by Breathe and Elk, and they'll clean him up on the aftermath. Gold card lands. Shanks has no flash and nowhere to go. He's going to get taken down. Another kill for Gala as the WE have to run for the hills, and they might have to lose a little bit more on this top side.
So we could potentially see a 2v2 in River right now for this topside scuttle, but Breathe can move first.
Yeah, Breathe can move first, but I don't think he's going to have enough time. Cryin will pick up a nice pick there. Gold card into Lee Sin. Sonic Wave. Love to see it there from the side of RNG. And WE now falling further and further behind. They try to go in on this bot side, but with the Unbreakable there from the Braum, there's just not really enough trade back, and you've lost a lot of HP onto your support. I just don't see them how they can take this fight.
Still, WE getting a nice trade on the back end of that. RNG evening it out, being able to burst out onto Shanks right away is Breathe.
Oh, we've seen this before. Breathe in a lot of trouble, has got the flash available to him, but the culling with the gold card and a little bit of a safeguard to get themselves out. RNG doing what RNG do best and setting up a tent on top lane.
I'm gonna try and punish Xiaohu. They can potentially try and set up a dive. They're extremely tanky. Realm Warp comes out.
Realm Warp does come out, but Shanks doesn't take it to turn off the turret. Xiaohu has no support, and Shanks picks up a kill. Nice move here from WE to keep this Lucian down. But while that's been happening, they're kind of losing elsewhere on the map. You can see mid and bot wave all being pushed in by RNG, and this is similar to what we saw in our first game of the series today, where you're putting so many resources topside, you're losing out, and you might even lose even more as they come into the bot side. Elk gonna have to use his cute cleanse onto the exhaust. They do miss the Winter's Bite, and that means that Elk will not lose any more. But WE are happy enough with that trade. They're still only about 3,000 gold behind.
So a lot
40
of
CS.
Team RNG's gold lead is
Breathe might be in trouble. He flashes over. They land the Everfrost and the culling. Oh, that was so nice. Great teamwork there. Nice thumbs up there from Xiaohu saying cheers, buddy. They didn't even have to use any of their own flashes. So nice.
Smiles and laughs all around from Xiaohu right after making that play. 1,000 gold lead for RNG. W are still able to find windows to impact the map. Man, that hurt.
That is so much damage. You can see now the rest of RNG coming up to here. They're trying to see if they can catch out to him, and they will. Wei picks up his second kill of the game, 2-0-4 on this Lee Sin. This is kind of a little bit of a change we're seeing in RNG, where they're no longer going for those long scaling games. They pick very mid-game orientated team fighting teams where, like a Mundo going full bruiser, like this is Eclipse Lucian. They are going for more that we need to win quicker rather than wait for the game to scale out.
A lot of that goes to Cryin's champion pool as well, because you can't use him as your scaling element anymore with all those champions falling out of the meta. As RNG, they will be able to get the second charge off. They won't be able to force anything. If they do overstay, they got to be a bit careful with the WE coming from base in the map. They do have the Destiny available, and Xiaohu gonna just completely ignore the top side. They're looking for a pick.
They're looking for a pick onto Ming. He pops down the Glacial Fisher, even goes golden. There's Cryin with the Destiny Gate and keeps himself and his support alive in this fight. Not gonna land himself the Everfrost, but the rest of WE have to back away. There is no objective to take, but a fight is still an objective. Keep Xiaohu there. He will be able to go for it. Oh, speaking of going for it, missing, might be in a little bit of trouble. He has flash and should be able to use it to get himself over the wall, but he's trying to just delay it for as long as he possibly can. He flashes in, he gets the knock up, the knockback. It was all a bait. All of them, all of the side of WE trying to keep him in and not use that flash for anything except offense. They will have to burn though Shanks' flash as the rest of RNG came in to try and capitalize.
Missing that was so clever, holding it It looked like he was just waiting maybe to bring more members of WE over as I stopped Chains of Corruption do land.
Oh, Chain of Corruption is there, but Elk still has his cleanse. As we're going to see the fight now really kind of jump into this. As there's Shanks coming in off the TP, went back, tried to get himself a reset onto this, but very difficult. And nice little snipe there from Gala with the Varus, able to keep this one going in the favor of RNG despite them losing their jungler.
Gala doing so much Crying's teleport to guarantee they have it. Should be even able to catch out Breathe. Does have flash though?
He does have flash, but where can he go with it? That's the question. The Destiny Gate going to come in over the top of this. They're going to use the gold card, and Ming picks it up with the Winter's Bite. RNG have found themselves their second, third, fourth, and fifth gear, and they are not stopping.
Honestly, Penguin, this is great to see, but also scary at the same time, in my opinion, if you're an RNG fan. Like, this is some great gameplay coming out. They are taking over the map. They're finding their plays like this. The confidence to look for these sort of plays. They're not doing this too quickly, but they're setting up more picks.
Missing hasn't got a chance. You either contest the Baron or you die. Or you know what? Let's do both. As you can see, Crying now just trying to play away from everybody else. He's got Breathe and Elk breathing down his shoulders. But they are going to get them off of the Baron.
Like penetration lethality that they are sporting on their side. RNG right now trying to just two-man this Baron while forcing WE out.
Ooh, Elk goes over, very aggressive, needs to be super, super careful, but look at the damage onto Missing there. He gets hit by the gold card and forced to use the Unbreakable, and that is before he has any HP. Now you can see the Baron down to about 3,000 HP, but they don't want it. They want to turn for the fight, and there's just too much burst damage. Goes Golden with about 1 HP. Beishong finally falls. That's the two tanky boys down and out for WE. RNG right back onto the Baron.
WE just going to back off. They do still have their poke tools available, but don't even want to risk getting in range for, you know, maybe Crying with his rapid fire cannon and gold card to come in range. So RNG just playing a very methodical game this time around. You're right, because the other three members of the team are quite versatile. If you can keep Crying and Gala comfortable, I think RNG are in a good place. And with this Baron buff, they're going to be able to start sieging down these turrets. Man, that damage is dirty coming out from RNG.
Is so nasty, and they're going to be able to break open this inhibitor turret. There is some low health bars for RNG, so they need to be a little bit more respectful, but Xiaohu is just a one-man army in this bot side. They will break open both tier 2s and the inhibitor turrets, and looking for that second inhibitor as well. It's going to be so difficult for WE to do anything.
RNG do need to be careful though, right? Because certain health bars have started to get a little bit low. Elk doing his best to put off damage. He is the big hope for the side of WE right now. Even connecting onto Crying. But
oh my
man,
God.
that calling!
God! That calling does so much. Unbreakable will or not, he is broken, dead, buried back to the Shadow Realm. There is Ming with a fantastic Unbreakable to stop any kind of damage. Nexus turret number 1 falls. They're going to try and turn onto Shanks, who has to flash away after he goes golden, and they're turning back onto Beishong. He is being sacrificed. The bear is now a rug in RNG's front room, and they are turning on to absolutely everyone. There is nowhere that is safe for WE. They will lose this second game as RNG strike back hard and strike back fast.
That is the 8 series